Despite the controversy, today I wanted to take an honest review into Crown Academy and the game in general. Crown Academy can be described as a mixture between Adopt Me, itself, and Royale High. In the game, there is quite a bit to explore, from intricate building ideas to many areas to explore, such as the Enchanted Forest to the District, to the Dream Estates, to the entire world of Crown Academy. There is a lot to jump into. Lately, Crown Academy has been under fire, however, for stealing assets from Royale High, which I also wanted to review in this video as well. Because after all, stealing and the line between inspiration take quite a bit of a large factor into this game, essentially because originality is a key aspect of the gameplay and part of our review. Crown Academy honestly would have had a lot of potential, minus the unpermitted gameplay assets, but in this video, you'll find out why. Crown Academy ultimately, without the controversy, could have had so much in it. The gameplay features many different types, limitless to the viewer's imagination. Well, I mean minus the stealing. In today's video, you'll find an honest review of why I rated the game a lot lower than I would. Unfortunately, the stealing makes it very hard to enjoy this game with the line between inspiration and copying. Let's jump right into it. My name's TanookiAlex and this is our Roblox review series, where we review various Roblox games. Let's get started. Yo, what's up, Hashtag Squad, and welcome back to another video. Before we get started in this video, make sure to subscribe for this Roblox drama, news, tips and tricks, and more. Don't forget to turn on the bell so you never miss out on one of my videos, which are uploaded weekly to twice a week. In today's video, we'll be taking a full and fair review of Crown Academy, from the game's works, the game's gameplay, and more. Now, normally game reviews work on this channel by reviewing in three aspects. Number 1, the game's concept or the game's originality. Number 2, the building. And number 3, the scripting. Let's first get started with the overall concept of the game. Gameplay. The overall gameplay concept doesn't really have a set concept, however it can be related to the points of Adopt Me, Royale High, and Bloxburg kind of mixed in a big slush together. The game starts off with the cutscene every time you load into the game. It sets the scene actually quite well. It's high school but with magical creatures and you being one of them. When first starting out in the game, it gives you a tutorial, and the game's currency is set in pearls which you can use to buy dresses in the shop and more. When playing beta, which is 200 Robux to purchase, which is awfully expensive, but whatever. Continuing back to the cutscene, my first impressions of this game, which this was actually a nice starter despite the stolen assets, and it shows the overall game. It's relaxed and the game attempts to make a fun environment. Pearls are earned through various quests in the game. This is, however, where the game starts to get awfully suspicious. The game stealing from Royale High, oh boy. PixelatedCandy tries to claim that various things in game were inspired, which I mean, yeah, if you want to believe the narrative, go ahead, but the shop gets awfully similar. This is where the game needs to improve the most. Things in this game seem generic and too similar, which is probably why the lawsuit ended up sliding its way over the Starlight Studios development team, hence the parody name Crown Academy. I went into RHTC Twitter, and the skirts is honestly where this game lacks. The skirts are too similar. So a lot of people suggest that PixelatedCandy come up with some original ideas. This game is not a complete copy, however, I have quite a bit of issues with it. If the clothing items are credited with fair use and not just the whole, oh yeah, I can use it because I can argument, this is where I have to take some points off. Secondly, there's a bit too of inspired assets in game. The game's raising a unicorn works too similar to Adopt Me's mechanics of, oh, you got a pet and here's what you need to do to raise it. Feed it water by swimming, have it exercise by running, or going to such place, etc. It's clear to me that this game lacks in originality. It feels like someone just went to a table at the corporate office and went, hey, so Royale High is popular, why don't we enter the genre too? The game definitely will have more original assets later on, which I hope. PixelatedCandy needs to make sure that they aren't too inspired. The game is quite fun to play, but I feel guilty playing it because of the stolen and too inspired assets. The game, however, as we are non-biased in this channel, does well in its setting and placement, which we will continue later in the builds. To make the game more original, here's what I would do. I would only add unicorns for now, which they have, to make it not seem too inspired by Royale High. However, I'll admit, the game does do good on mood and tone, but however, I believe that the game that does the genre much better is Enchanted Academy 2, which people are actually confusing with this game. Enchanted Academy has all original assets and doesn't feel slapped together with concept ideas like Adopt Me, Bloxburg, and Royale High. When Pixel was called out with this, she just denies. The other developers, however, did a much better job of handling this critique by putting more original assets in game. So is this game a Royale High copy? Somewhat. You can definitely tell this game was too inspired by Royale High, Adopt Me, and more. This isn't exactly something that can be fixed at the current moment, but they need to find more ideas to make the game other than your typical high school fairy game. The copied stuff needs to be removed in order for this game to flourish, which takes up so many points in terms of originality. This game ultimately feels like a guilty pleasure when playing, and so I do not want to play it again. This game could be very popular if it didn't have all the copied stuff, because I honestly could see it working. The idea of Adopt Me, Bloxburg, and Royale High together seems fun, but not with the lack of fresh ideas. This game feels too inspired, and the environment is one of the only original things that this game does nicely, to be honest. This game needs to be fixed in order for the game to have a not guilty playing experience and to feel fresh and original. My overall score for the gameplay is a 4 out of 10. I just can't see myself playing a game that takes too many aspects from other games into itself, and they need to work on the stolen assets. Originality is a key part of this game that, if improved, this game would honestly be extremely popular. Scripting. The overall GUI for the game is quite clean, but there's obviously going to be bugs because it's beta. However, I believe the fake click sounds need to be removed. They kind of make the game cheesy. The GUI is a bit buggy and comes up a bit much when playing the game, especially the "your pet can't go here" GUI. I can't really critique this, but overall the GUI is pretty average in game. However, the GUI style definitely takes too much inspiration from Royale High, with the sense that it has a similar theme, which unfortunately we can't take sides in a lawsuit, which we can only predict. In terms of the unicorns fly wherever you go. I haven't seen much glitches where they get stuck in a wall, etc. Overall scripting rating is 6 out of 10. It's just average scripting to me, and some of it just feels a bit suspicious. So finally, the building. I really hate to admit it, but that's the only thing that's original in this game. The building is set with a high poly theme and is very intricate and detailed. I wish the build themes would be more original, but still, you'll have to admit this game knocks it out of the park with the sheer detail on some of these builds. The mall, for example, is absolutely insane. The characters feel lively, and the overall models for them, as you saw, had really nice curves, which, by the way, you should totally appreciate mine and mine only. Lol. This game's building seems original, but I'm not sure. But for sure, the builders did a great job on it, no cap. This doesn't refute our last points though. Keep in mind they are still valid. Overall building rating is 8 out of 10. After adding up original, building, scripting, and more, we got a score of 6 out of 10. Now, why was this score this way, I believe? This score was this way because I had to take off major points for originality. This game could be really popular if it simply just revamped its works, revamped its concept, and more. Because at this point, it just feels like a mashed together game of Adopt Me, Bloxburg, and Crown Academy. Thank you so much for watching my video. I'd appreciate it if you subscribe because this video took me a very long time. I'll see you in the next video. Can you guys please leave me your thoughts in the comments down below? Do you think Royale High is similar or too similar to Crown Academy, or do you think it's an original game on its own, Crown Academy? Thank you so much. Leave your comments down below, and I'll see you in the next video.